Hi everyone, my name is Beth Dolan and I am the writer and one of the producers for the documentary Stranger at Home. And today is a very special veteran's birthday in my life. That veteran would be my brother Timothy Dolan. Today would have been his 56th birthday. He was a West Point graduate. He passed away very unexpectedly, long after the service, at the age of 42, just very, very shortly before September 11th, 2001 happened. He didn't have a wife or children, but he left behind a big family who adored him and a worldwide group of friends. He was a brother, a son, a godfather to at least 20 children around the world. He was a great uncle. And he passed away from a heart anomaly. And it was a shock, an absolute devastating shock to my family. I was numb on September 11th because 3 days before we had buried Tim. And so as I watched the towers crumble in real time, I really was already in trauma. And I do believe that day, very significantly, was a traumatic experience, not just for this country, but worldwide. It was that kind of an event that changed this country and our idea of fear and safety so significantly. And of course, it was the beginning of the last two wars that are still moving forward in different variations. And Tim, I believe, because of who he was such a leader. He was devoted to service, not just in the service, but as a human being. His whole energy was about helping others and unifying others. And so I got to the big picture pretty quickly in his passing, that he was needed. He was truly needed to welcome the very wounded souls that were coming from the 9/11 event. He was my brother, and I miss him. And I'm grateful that he watches over this production and guides me to having the courage to keep stepping forward. And I can feel him asking me to just keep saying to people, this film is about widening the circle of compassion. We all have our hurts, our wounds, our events, our traumas. We all get the dignity of help, support, and healing. And if we can know that about ourselves, then taking care of our veteran population, they who need it the most in so many ways, we can all do that. So, happy birthday to my brother Tim, and in his name, I ask you all to please, let's help widen the circle of compassion.